Video games were played by 90% of American children, and over 75% of Americans own a video game console in their home in 2023. Video games are going to be part of our lives, whether we like it or not. Video games improve impulse control, meaning you're more likely to think about what to do in a situation before acting. Hand-eye coordination is better when people play video games. Video games can improve overall vision in dark areas. There is no clear-cut evidence of a correlation to video games equals violence in people. Video games even help in educating about unique topics not normally taught directly in school. You can meet friends and people online through video games. In rare cases, video games even distract people from acute or chronic pain. Depending on the video game, stress can even be reduced just by playing the game. I agree, video games can be harmful. From an article in 2003, it said video game addiction affects 3.5% of the world. But I truly believe video games are a net positive on society compared to being a net negative on society. I wanted to start off this debate with how exactly impulse control, strategy, and hand-eye coordination works hand in hand with video games. Impulse control also works with strategy at some points. Counter-Strike is an old but amazing game that improves impulse control to not accidentally make a dumb decision and cause your team to lose. This can be used in the real world by being able to decide what you're about to do and is this the right decision or not. Strategy and team building is built into this game due to having to work with your team to take out the other team with limited resources, specifically guns and different types of grenades. There is a lot I can go about for smoke grenade lineups, but to summarize, strategy and team building can be used in real life when doing group or long-term projects. The hand-eye coordination is built into Counter-Strike due to the many sound detections and the accuracy of the weapons. The aiming in Counter-Strike is very strict, but many weapons can one-hit the enemy if you hit them in the head. In real life, this correlates to having a higher perception. For example, you're able to detect a ball thrown at you sooner if the ball is in your range of vision or if you hear it yourself. On top of perception, playing video games has been proven by multiple studies over the years that perception is increased in people who play them. It was proven back in 2009, and more evidence of this being true keeps coming in over the years. I want to explain some more details on what aspects of perception are increased. This is a very interesting finding that I found in two separate case studies that people who play video games can see in the dark better. Specifically, more shades of gray. In a specific article by Cleveland Clinic, Dr. Manos says, like stimulants, video games can increase gray matter in your brain. Gray matter is responsible for controlling movement, retaining your memories, and regulating your emotions. So yes, video games does increase your brain. And other ways video games can increase your brain is just the amount of knowledge you can acquire from them. Personally, I've learned more about farming due to Minecraft than what I did in elementary and middle school. Honestly, I learned a lot of stuff from Minecraft. For example, metals, trees, plants, and types of dyes that exist. Games can also just straight up teach you about history. Civilization is a strategy game that revolves around playing as countries and trying to be the last one at the end of the game. This teaches people about certain aspects of countries that might not have been talked about in school, but not in as much depth as these games do. Another quick example is City Skyline teaches about infrastructure and the importance of roads. This game basically teaches you the basics of how to be a civil engineer. I want to talk about the dangers of video games because even though I am arguing about video games being a net positive, I want to explain what I am taking into account. If you play video games for too long, things can become a problem. As with everything in moderation, video games are good. Children who play for longer than 3 hours a day, problems can arise, specifically attention problems, depression, and sometimes cause unnecessary stress. Even though this specific study that I got this from says the scores did not reach clinical significance, I still believe this is a factor. As mentioned before, in the world, about 3.05% of the population is addicted to video games, which can cause problems in day-to-day life. It can ruin schedules, the sense of people not doing their chores as often due to wanting to play the game more. An interesting point that I would like to reiterate is, according to Dr. Oostman, no evidence shows video games increase real-world violence. But something that video games can do is bring people together. Discord is a social media app that is primarily used by gamers to interact with other gamers. I originally got it to play games with my friends, but I've personally met so many people on Discord that I would have not met otherwise due to my love of gaming. I know over 30 different people from different countries, and I still keep in contact with over 50 people from different countries. Most of them I have met through this game called Minecraft. These people that I've met through Minecraft inspire me, and I like to think that I have inspired others as well in that game to build wonderful things. Pokemon Go is another game where I met a lot of people, specifically in person. We all joined up together to fight powerful Pokemon in this activity called Raids. Basically, a group of people in person, sometimes online, work together in the video game to beat a Pokemon, usually of greater power that requires teamwork to defeat. These are just two of many examples I could have given on socialness that can happen through video games. There are many examples of gamers coming together to donate to charities, which is always awesome to see. To wrap this debate up by restating my previously mentioned points, video games improve hand-to-eye coordination, impulse control, and general perception. Video games have no true evidence of correlation to violence. Video game teaches people new things that can help them in real life. Gaming can reduce stress and sometimes pain as well, and video games bring people together. These are why video games are a net positive on society.